All right, Aghemerio, maybe I'll start with you. Who sang that song? Okay, Chiwa Bello, just saying, is it the land of my dream? Yeah, that's my question. Is it the land of your dream? Is it the land of your dream? All right. Okay. Well, I love the lyrics there, even though and make it the land of our dream. It's a land of a dream, right? Oh, all right, okay. Yes, we welcome you back. Daybreak Show is still on Citizens Forum this morning. We're actually going to be talking about our land, whether it is the land of that dream. Well, a lot of issues could come up with that. But we began this yesterday, that protest, which occurred on Monday, from the crisis within the Adebola Polytechnic. For now, let me continue to use that name. I know we have Ogun Polytechnic, and then we have Adebola University of Technology, but for the purpose of the discussion, let's use Adebola Polytechnic. I'm sure many of us listening will understand when we use that word. We mentioned it on air yesterday while we were doing that protest, that agitation had signs of restiveness. Tension was there from the reports we took on ground, and there were signs that patients were flying out and of course could become violent. Exactly that was what happened at the time we were leaving the studio yesterday when we were ending this program yesterday. Yes, it turned violent. The students, after a meeting within their school, walked up to Pancheke, some kilometers away from their school, and there the trouble began. Pancheke is area, Okelero, and that is regarded as a central business district of the state capital. And of course, there were violence, the police have to be called in, arrests were made, and we heard there were injuries, colossal loss of damages, and the government have said, yes, the students, by extension, the parents will pay for it. It's a collective action. Now, because I know there are some of them, I know some of them are far away from the state capital, but it's a collective action. I'm sorry, if that is the decision of the government, they will have to also to be a part of it. Of course, our focus yesterday was finding solution to this crisis. It must end at a point. It must end. But as we speak, there are no signs as to whether it will or not. We promise that we will bring the voice of the Commissioner for Education, Modupe Mujota. We had an interview with her yesterday afternoon on the crisis. We expect a call to also come in from the police command headquarters, who cleared the mess in town yesterday. We just want to have a few clarifications of what happened exactly, how, from them, and then we'll continue our search, like that song said, for a land of a peaceful dream that we expect. This must end. There must be a solution to it. Some people believe it's a political problem. Okay, if it's a political problem, we begin to look for a political solution to it. Some believe that it's an issue of technicality. If it is, yes, the naughty areas must be removed. Let's take this break, get the interview, what the commissioner is saying, and then we'll be back. Having students protest. Where's that? Well, we have a statement saying MBT will approve a team of those courses. First, why did government have to wait till
the students going into the street before coming out of basic regulatory information.
That's not correct, sir. We were not waiting. We had been working all along. You will recall that it was only about 2 weeks ago that the advisory team from the NDT visited. They needed to submit their report. They needed to deliberate on it before they could come back with a response. We've been working behind the scenes ever since. It had absolutely nothing to do with the students' demonstration. That work had been ongoing. It just coincided that about the time we were pushing for them to give us a response was when they came. You will recall at the time they came 2 weeks ago, we had been driving them to give us a response very quickly, and that's what you're saying.
Okay. Now, they are saying there are 27 courses, ND courses as we speak, 18 approved, while the deficit of 9. What will happen to those 9?
Well, for those 9, we have a window of 3 months within which to fully resource our platforms at Ipokia, within which we have the time to conclude that so that they can visit again and give us the accreditation for those ones as well. So I really can't understand why they seem to be peddling these half-truths. We have nothing to hide.
If all this have happened, why do you think the students remain restive and agitated over the position? Because the exams are not being held.
Precisely, you've hit the nail on the head. I would be agitated if my own exams are held in abeyance. At this point, quite honestly, we're a bit stumped at what the union actually wants. Because they came originally at the beginning of
And cloudy, because part of the term of employment is that.
Alright, yes, Daybreak Show, Rock City 101.9 FM here in Ayodo. That's the interview we had with the Commissioner for Education, Modupe Mujota, yesterday. We are sorry for the technical quality of that interview. For those who are not able to actually grab what she was saying, first, he said it was not true insinuations that they were responding to the protest by the release of the position of the MBTE report. No, it was not so. That this has been in public clear. They are still pushing the MBTE to also approve the rest 9 courses. It's supposed to be 27, 18 approved. They are still pushing for them to do so. She also denied reports that they've been keeping these lecturers away from them. She said several meetings were held with the union leaders in her office where government declared all their positions, but it's just that she's also not sure of why the lecturers remain adamant as to their position. Of course, as to the work to pay or pay to work position, she's insisting that that remains the position of the government, that the lecturers now are the ones who shut themselves off work for 3 months now, and the government will necessarily statutorily carry out the adequate measure, the resultant step to be taken following anyone who goes off work for 3 months. And that was the interview we held with her. Interestingly, I should also say, honestly, I don't know if to say this is in favor of anybody. No, it's not meant to be so. Apart from what will be regarded as pockets of complaint by these students, for over 6 years, students of MAPOLY have actually not been onto the street to protest. They will have disagreement over their own elections. That's the worst we've had. Issues around their own elections, but to have issues with government or their lecturers for the past 6 months, they've not done that. That's the first time, and this is coming from the inability of the school to have them sit for their examination. So that's the fact on ground about this protest. But eventually, or painfully, it turned violent. Several arrests were made. We were expecting a call from the police command as soon as network permit that will get details of their operations yesterday, the number of arrests and what they are doing or will do with those that were arrested. For the NBTE, no clear-cut statement from them. And maybe in the course of this program, if you have anybody who also attempted to get the JAMB portal, if you've been able to access it, you can also let us know what happens. But the focus, again, like I mentioned, is ending this crisis. Those who are not a part of it are already suffering. Those who have been at work, sell their wares, market, open their shops yesterday, have to also pay from that violence yesterday. And of course, public properties were also damaged. This needs to be stopped. All right, that's the way we will go this morning. Again, I apologize for that poor technical quality of that interview with Modupe Mujota, the Commissioner for Education. All right, let's open the telephone lines and all the other means of communication to get information from you out there.
Good morning, we have you.
Yeah, my name is Sunday.
All right.
Yeah, I think it is high time we tell this to, the students.
Sunday, can you speak a little louder, please?
Yeah, I think it is high time we tell this student leaders to tell their colleagues whenever they are going out to protest, not to touch any property at all, not even receive any little one, because at the end of the day, the parents will be the one to pay for them. I think this will be.
All right, thank you. Hello.
Hello, good morning, Dele.
Good morning.
Good morning, Aghemerio.
Good morning.
Bashir is my name, calling from Ayodo. Dele, I wanted to give you an information yesterday, but I could not come in. It's on the issue of maybe we saw a letter from the state government that JAMB has approved Ogun State to be on its website.
It's not JAMB that is approving, it's MBTE. JAMB only included, hold it sir. JAMB included Ogun Poly as part of the schools permitted to proceed with admission for 2017-2018.
Which means students who are not obtaining from can choose Ogun State.
Exactly, that's what the statement is saying.
Dele, I can authoritatively tell you that a brother of mine went to obtain down from yesterday. Dele, MAPOLY was there, Ogun State was not there. He had the team with him, he went there yesterday, MAPOLY was still there. I checked it yesterday again, MAPOLY was still there.
We'll corroborate that. That's what we are doing.
You can request the thing from me so I can access it, I can give you as well.
All right. Okay. You can send it to the short code. Send the thing to the short code.
All right.
All right. Thank you. All right.
This is a lot of this. I think the embassy should help us in this matter. Like Ambassador Alaki and Mr. Nkosi intervene in this matter. Becoming alarmist, becoming something that is paralyzing and going in our state. We love our state so much, and we want everything to be going forward. We don't want all this. Anything that we didn't even allow any elected things to come and talk to us on this matter. Let the person that defeated you come and address us and let us know where we are going. So that is my thing. A lot of all these things. God bless Nigeria and Nigeria.
Okay. Thank you.
Hello. Hello, good morning.
09091469670 and 08098687344. We are waiting a call from the police command. Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Yes, ma'am.
Good morning to you.
Is Aghemerio?
Aghemerio.
Aghemerio, good morning to you.
Good morning.
I'm sorry.
No problem.
God bless you.
Amen.
My name is Ipokia. I'm calling from a church. Okay. I would just like to appeal to authorities
Morning.
Morning.
I'm tired of you from Ayodo. It will continue. I am so happy that MAPOLY is still existing, despite all intrigues here and there. You see, let me tell you, I felt so bad. Tears comes rose out from my face, my eyes rather. When that song of Tiwabile, what do you call her? You played it this month. Sincerely speaking, I'm here to have the land of my dream, because our leader must face the inevitable challenge of the responsibilities and demands that come with good, true leadership. Let me tell you, we have not gotten anyone for now. Yes, a leader of government must be involved in the need to make critical decisions and often under time constraints and external pressure. But then, any leader of government at all must weigh all the issues, information, and opinions and make the best possible decision. But do we have any good decision coming forth from what they are established in terms of creation of MAPOLY and in terms of upgrading of MAPOLY to master? You see, the likes and renowned politician of Papawolowo can never be probably be even when we have issues like this. In those days, it was produced legacy of distinguished and outstanding individuals who have impacted and development of mankind. Most of these people enjoy what Papa Awolowo was with. Unfortunately, see, I want to say that some of those children, I think, should be probably punished for anything because the government itself caused this problem. Thank you.
All right, thank you. All right. Hello.
Hello,
Morning.
yeah, hello.
We
You have the floor,
hear
you
you.
can hear you clearly.
Yeah. Concerning the issue and then, students were completed on Monday and it was peaceful. But the police officers and the security agents are trying to get students to use their gas and tear gas and gun. They were to do it, I believe it was peaceful as well. The police and security officers started harassing students, beating them and throwing up gas. To the extent that almost like 20 people were arrested yesterday. The issue on ground is for the state government to know what to do. Transmission polytechnic to university is not what you can just what can be done between 5 months or 2 months. It has to put in place a lot of things. And now what is happening now is that the state government has reached the issue of doing something that is going to be done within 2 years or 3 years. You want to achieve that within 5 months. This is not possible. We all learn from the first months of classroom. It is not possible. So the state government should to sort the issue out now. Because as the thing is going, there is a tendency that Ipokia will be accredited within 6 months this time.
All right.
They take one to life for each other. There is a tendency. Tasso and Taski, they both live together in one campus before the
You
separation.
have 15 seconds more to go.
In the Adebola Polytechnic.
All right, thank you for putting your true
So thank you very
minutes.
much.
All right, thank you, too. Good. Shebu, can you move away from where you are because of the background noise?
Okay, thank you very much, sir.
No, it's a radio. I can confirm that now. It's a radio echo.
Okay, so
Yes, it's clear
I
now.
have to say to this matter is that, the person that just spoke about the tasker and the tasker. If you vividly look at Ibadan Poly and you are sure, it is this decision that was done to make the things work out well. Also, we have spent about 3 months at home now and nothing is being done. We need the government to see what is up and to consider what is needed to be done. However, we are expecting the government to make sure that they call the government and they call the students as well and settle things amicably with them. This thing that you have said is very simple. We need to write our exam and let MAPOLY and MASTEC continue to coexist while Ipokia also exists in 2017-2018 academic session. That's beautiful. Students who are supposed to go for NYSC are being delayed now. Students who are supposed to have entered everything has also been delayed. Students need to pay for another house rent, and some consequences are just being attached to this situation. We are calling to the state government to just please, and look into our matter. Please, we cannot kill an unborn king, an unborn king.
Alright. You are approaching your 2 minutes. Alright, thank you.
Thank you.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Am I on here?
Yes, you are. You're on air.
Yeah, my name is Aghemerio. I'm calling from the People's Parliament in Adebola. Like I told you yesterday, I mean, it was God that saved me because I was at to make a junction in front of the BGS, but I saw, this, students coming in. I never knew. I just saw the millions of the policemen taking the wrong way, driving this guy. I have to tell my car, they will have patched this, my car, but thank God, I escaped it. So what I'm saying in a nutshell is we need to really be proactive. The government should need to shoot it down. The students who need not to be violent. Let us settle amicably. Let's go back to the roundtable conference. Let the teachers be paid. Let the people have their exams. Like I said, gradually we shall, integrate both, students together. Little by little, Ipokia will spring up. Little by little, Mountain will spring up. I mean, I pray that we get it right. God bless you people over there. God bless Nigeria. Thank you for having me.
All right, thank you. Hello.
How are you?
Fine, thank you.
I am okay from
Okay, you are sounding far from the mic. Can you speak up, please?
Pardon?
We need you to speak louder.
Okay. God bless you. What about now? Is it okay now?
It's okay, better now.
Yes. MAPOLY. I wonder why government has allowed you to degenerate into this situation. Because I've been talking loud and clear for months. You think government will remain very insensitive to the part of these students. Assuming they have their own jobs and children there. I know they are taking a very important action. And one thing they don't realize, it happens right from federal down to the local. Fire brigade are supposed to be, it's not an ideal one. Now, it is good that MAPOLY becoming a product in university, and the Polytechnic being some they need a gradual process, gradual establishment and gradual movement. A child born in a day cannot crawl and walk in a day. It's systematic. They should follow the normal protocol supposed to follow. And they want to not hinder the other one. I wonder why government is behaving like this. Now some students are now being taken to court. So what? It is because government is not doing what for this. They should do the needful and let sleeping dogs.
Alright, thank you. Okay.
Adebola.
All right.
Hello.
All right. Good morning. We can hear you.
MAPOLY issue. I've taken my time to listen to opinions with within and outside. I think the general opinion and the conclusion is maybe the policy is a lofty one, but the process is bad. The approach is not good. And how do you get to get a good policy without a bad approach? Which means we are set for a failure of the beginning. People unanimously have said that, because the policy is good, but the process. And when you look at it, the lieutenants of this administration, practically they have refused to come out and talk. Practically they have refused to come out and talk. Maybe because they know that it's wrong, and they don't have choice because of their livelihood. Anyway. But when you look at it, it is not about the government of the state, but about himself. Deciding, this is what I want. And this is it has to do with
with the number of the people. They're not people.
All right.
Yes, I would advise them to be calm, but you cannot continue to whip your child and ask him not to cry. Thank you.
All right, thank you.
You cannot continue to whip
Good morning.
Good morning.
Yeah, on the MAPOLY issue, Mr. Sunday. Mr. Sunday.
Yes, go on, Mr. Sunday.
Yeah, it's short, I don't know. I think the process that was very wrong. Because if you are placed on a higher station, I think we take within 2 months. We are now saying that 18 courses have been accredited. What are those courses? Who are those lecturers going there? It's just because students have reacted in this way. No man with that person react. Because personally I will also be happy. But after the month, they are at home. And now you are now saying you said we pay for whatever they have been destroyed. Fine. Even though you are thinking that if month you not pay, then let me tell you this. That money will be paid, whether you like it or not. You understand me? So, see, the government must treat it as it's supposed to be. It's just a pity the commissioner cannot talk. He cannot talk because he don't know what to say. Because, well, it's a good thing, but the process is very wrong. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you. Adubia Kodre, damages fee. All right, I guess it's just amused. And we got this one from Akimbo de Muiz. I think the students' views should be heard. I suggest the student union president and 1 or 2 representatives should be invited to the studio. We also got this tweet from Saheed. I'm really speechless that the commissioner said they were not responding to protest. We need to be sincere with ourselves. Has the government made any statement before all the protests? Also, police were at post office before the students got to Pansheke. Who is deceiving who? Surakat Ayodo tweeted, they said, where 2 elephants fight, the grass suffers. But I believe the students at this juncture had suffered enough for sins not committed. The problem we always have when it comes to protests is just the inability to control the actions of the followers. This tweet came from Saheed. I'm really speechless. Okay, I retweeted that message. And we got this one from Surakat Ayodo. Government should please do the needful so as to put the issue to rest. I believe if these political leaders have their children in public schools, all this will not be happening. It has happened in Oyo, now Ogun State. History will judge these people accordingly. Ojubanere Tajuddin also tweeted, on the part of students, they should shun violence whenever they're going on protest, as that will not be a panacea to the grievances. For OGSJ, that's the Ogun State government, what are they putting in place to find a lasting solution to the crisis? As far as I am concerned, that is Ojubanere is concerned, the government is taking it with levity. We got the tweet from Professor Adebola AAA. I just passed through Pansheke, no student protest, but police on ground. I did not see any public property destroyed. All is calm. And we have a big Shakiru Abiu, who tweeted too, violence will never solve things positively. My advice to all the students is to have a rethink and stop all these protests. Surakat Abiodun tweeted again, I happened to visit Ipokia recently, to be precise, Community Primary School, Odon Ijayi, where the new Ogun Poly is situated. With all sincerity, I didn't see any structure to accommodate a student there. Government should stop these politics with the life of young Nigerians. Gafar Fatibo,
there are structures going on there.
Tweeted,
there are structures going on there, please.
Only in Nigeria the protest and demonstration is seen as a criminal act, whereas it's crystal clear that's the only language a government understands. And we got this one from Olatunde Kenny Orire. Okay, Olatunde Kenny settings. The governor is killing a prince for a yet unborn king, all in the name of political achievement, and yet want us to fold their hands and watch how our time is being mortgaged. It seems the language the government understands is militancy. Surakat Abiodun tweeted again, I want to urge your station to please do an investigative journalism as regards the new Ogun Poly, inspect facilities on ground to see if the school is ready to take off. And we got this one from Gafar Fatoyibo. In the words of John F. Kennedy, those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. If you want peace, give the students peace. Olatunde Kenny Sutton's Twitter still, please can the government or the governor and commissioners take their children to a school with physical facilities and structures? Okay, I guess what he meant without. And this is pure politics, and it really pains the governor was an alumni of the said institution. Traditional rulers come to our rescue. Adeneko Oluwaseun tweeted, good morning, please can you tell me what democratic or democracy, should mean democracy, is all about? Is the government doing the people will or the people's will or his cabinet's will? The people are suffering, students, workers, trade, and very good of Ogun people. Please, we need democratic. Don't blame, though. Please, we need democracy. Please don't blame the students. Adeneko Oluwaseun tweeted. All right, those are the two we'll be able to accommodate at this point in time.
Of course, when we come back, we will continue. We need to take the break to allow the 10 o'clock news to come up after that. Yes, we are still looking at how to resolve this cobweb in which we've been clustered with as regards the Moshood Abiola Polytechnic. The so-called protest eventually turned violence yesterday. This must be stopped. Don't go anywhere. Still being there, Daybreak Show on Rock City 101.9 FM here in the city of Abeokuta. This is the voice of the people. Citizen from this morning, we are looking at that protest of the students of Moshood Abiola Polytechnic, which occurred yesterday. Yes, we have online the Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of operations at the State Command, Mr. Adebola Longe. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
Thank you for joining us. I understand you are right there at the scene, the vicinity, the area where the protest occurred.
Presently, I just finished with my patrolling on Ancestor to MAPOLY, and we give glory to God. There is calmness everywhere now.
Alright, so the students and the protesters are off the street right now.
Now they are off the street.
Alright.
That notwithstanding, we are monitoring them.
Alright.
We will not allow the disequilibrium of the law of the land.
Now, we also understand, and we want you to confirm that some people were macheted, injured during the protest yesterday.
Thank you very much. To the best of my knowledge, I have not seen anybody that was massacred yesterday. Though I discovered that some students who are extremely unruly and they were trying to vandalize some vehicles and disrupting people. And when we discovered that they were taking their freedom of faith too far, we decided to checkmate them by dispersing them. But if anybody was massacred yesterday, the person should come forth so that the case can be incidental and we take appropriate action.
Alright, sir. Now, during the process of dispersing them, sir, how many of them did you arrest and how many of them got injured?
What?
Injured students.
We arrested 18 of the rioters, and none of them was injured. We are taking police station for screening so that we do the case against them because they have the right to demonstrate to them Chapter 4 of the Constitution, Federal Republic of Nigeria 1991. But their freedom is not an unrestricted freedom. Where their freedom owns another person's freedom starts. So we are in a country where there is law, and the law has to be maintained in Nigeria.
Alright. Now, you said you've been at the vicinity. Can you say life is returning to normal? Those who close to ran away from the area yesterday, are they returning or have they returned?
In the Council India, we see people power and family. We have orderliness here. And we have our men on the ground to provide confidence for law about the citizens so that they will go about their lawful business. So far, so
us an idea of the worth of property that was said to have been damaged?
That is difficult to quantify.
The damages occurred.
Except if the people that property was snagged and damaged, if they can come forward so that everything is presented for proper accountability. And after that, we'll be able to say, without any hesitation, that this amount of property was damaged by the students.
But there were damages, were there?
As when people came, we will tell them to come to the police station for documentation.
Oh, all right. Is there any other information that you think is useful you also want to give the listener?
What we want to tell the students is that we want them to know that there is a process for everything in this world. There is time to be born, there is time to start school, there is time to finish school, there is time to marry, there is time to start having children. They cannot model future birth. Things have to be done in a certain manner. But you will not allow them to be behaving as if you are in a state of need. That cannot happen in the state. We believe in the rule of law, and rule of law is supreme. And we will not allow anybody to denigrate the rule of law in this state.
All right, yeah, thank you.
Your parents, I want to appeal to the parents of our students. They should stick to their words, not to take law into their hands. The authorities are meeting and they are discussing on how to solve their problems. And they should not exist center that cannot be rooted in the law of the land. We should wait for the authorities we want to do. When they were telling me that they have been away for about 4 months yesterday, I told them in my 200 University of Ibadan was closed for 4 months. And as I see what is around now, and they too will get to work with God and take them to. We don't need to keep and start making life difficult for law-abiding citizens. So the parents should have their words to checklist them so that they will not run foul of the law. We will not put it in our hands. If they start to destroy property, we will not allow it to be done. So their lives are sacred to us. That's why we are so careful. Even was turned on his forehead and he was treated. Even the Hollywood him. But I was calm because of my experience. I was one student senior president at the University of Ibadan. I knew what is happening. Today's culture is differentiated from the culture of thugs. The students should not behave like thugs unless they are being agenda by some extraneous forces.
All right, thank you, Deputy Commissioner of Police in charge of operations, Longe Adebola, for joining us. All right. Okay.
Have a beautiful day.
All right, thank you, sir. Well, you heard him that the Deputy Commissioner of Police who led that operation yesterday, and it's confirmed to us that he's still at the scene patrolling that area. He confirmed that the area is now quiet and calm. He also confirmed that 18, that's the number of students so far arrested, they are still being screened to see if there are some of them who have no direct connection to events of yesterday. Okay, another confirmation is that indeed it happened, there were damages during the protest yesterday, and nobody, according to him, was macheted nor injured, either passers-by nor the students. There was nobody fatally or seriously injured. There were damages, that's according to him, and 18 students have been arrested, or 18 persons have been arrested. I don't know if they are students or if all of them are students. We said they are screening them, and the ones that are found to be innocent will be released very soon. All right, you've heard it from him. We'll go back and begin the search from your end.
Alright, to be part of what we're looking at this morning on Citizens Forum, Daybreak Show, Rock City 101.9 FM, you can call the student lines. We have two lines opened, 0809-868-7344 or 0 nothing. And from there, we got this from Pius from Shaje. My concern is, why is it so difficult for governors to come out and give a lasting solution to this matter? And Larry from Abeokuta sent this in. A MAPOLY issue. Don't you know that there is nobody who can advise Ogun government to present to the present emperor that has forgotten that his days, okay? All right, everybody's days are numbered, actually. Thank you. Larry from Abeokuta, thank you for the message. Metin from Ukariba sent again. Let the students have the examination and let Ipokia Poly continue on its own. It mustn't affect each other. Everything is about setting objective and planning. Good morning. And we have this one from Charles Oyekumbi from Elite. I'm sure Awolowo, MQ, Abiola, Adesoya, and Obanjo Taishulari not happy with our dear state. Now Obasanjo, Shoyinka, Oshoba, Alake, Abujale, Akaribo, Olularo intervene now. Anyone feign live, okay, anyone feign live for Eshe Kodara, there is Godo, Rock City, good morning, Charles Uyikumbi from Elite sent that in. And we got this from Pastor Sholanke Tunde from Gushen Estate. The governor should do the needful. My car windscreen was broken by my police student at the gate of governor's office on Monday. Dele 20 students will spend Christmas and New Year in police cells. Okay, we just heard from
the deputy commissioner.
Now that they're actually 18. Asu, Kola, Abiola, Kayode, Olumide will stay at home. For those parents, there is no festivity for them this season. Parents, Asu, must pay for the destruction in Pansheke. Shut down MAPOLY now, Governor Sir Ayodele from Idiaba. And Ikechuko Lisa also sent in this message. I salute the police for doing a clean job yesterday because those students have been hijacked by some politicians for the selfish interest. I think this is the right time for the government to look into this matter before it gets out of hand because the students are trying to fly above the sky. Dele, below is the pin. Oh, we have a pin here for you, Dele. Please kindly check and let it be known to us on air. Thanks. And that is from Bashir. All right, I'll get the pin across to Dele. All right, and we'll check and get back to you. By the reason of MAPOLY, government's Ipokia saga, that Ipokia has become DOA because no parents would allow for his or works to school where customs and bandits exchange fireworks almost every day. Parents beware. Babatunde from Abeokuta send that in. Babatunde, we do not know the meaning of DOA. All right, when you're abbreviating, please, it's just got to be a common abbreviation or you just write things in full. Thank you so much for that. And we have some tweets here that we also need to quickly check through. And starting with this one. Gafara Fatoyibo tweeted, in the words of John F. Kennedy, those who make peaceful revolution impossible will make violent revolution inevitable. If you want peace, give the student peace. And Akinde Ebenezer also tweeted, MAPOLY issue, the way out is dialogue. Government should invite the management and student representatives to a meeting for dialogue. There is communication gap. The students are not well informed. Surakat Abiodun tweeted, Mr. Dele just said there, okay, that was before we went on that national news break. Mr. Dele just said there were structures, but would that make the 2017-2018 admissions? A tweet from Eniola Ebekunle, I blame the government to have allowed this issue degenerated till this point. They have ignored the silence of the students too long. Tony also tweeted, Mr. Governor, she needs to humbly call on OGD to ask how he successfully upgraded Task K to Toswed, whose issues experience is the best teacher. And we have Sahid. Please, I want to urge the station to investigate about the said approval from NBTE and the claim by the government that Ogun State Poly has been included on JAM side. I think JAM and the federal government need to refund students' money because they chose MAPOLY while writing JAM. Gafar Fatoyibo also tweeted, The action of the Nigerian police arresting 20 armless protesters in the name of involving in public disturbances is very repugnant to the principle of natural justice and self-determination and must be condemned. All right, we'll take a break on the tweets for now, and then we'll come back into the studio to talk.
Quickly.
And still on this issue, we got some tweets still here. Gafar Fatoyibo tweeted, the governor in his unrepentant, okay, this came from Tory. It is unfortunate the state has been put under siege due to the failure or handicapped situation of the state assembly. May God bless the 7th assembly. And you're like, Bekunle tweeted, I see the arrest of 20 students as an injustice. Out of several students that went and protest, 20 were taken as scapegoat or what? No. And you're like, Bekunle tweeted still, it's only in this part of the world that violence is the only language a government understands. Too terrible. And this tweet came from Surakat Ayodo. Should we now say because institutions in the past started with 2 blocks of classroom that such trends should still continue? We should move away from this thinking. Students deserve better academic environment. Engineer Oge tweeted, the students should apply wisdom, but the governor didn't respond to them yesterday. Why wait till things get worse? I experienced 9-month strike back then. And we got this one from Saeed, the policeman for my hand. I wouldn't blame him for his words, I can understand. Please, we should stop saying students may likely be sponsored. Why do we always wait for reactions? Also, they have not given example of property the properties that were damaged. Please, let's be real here. Alright, we'll move away from there and we'll pick some more calls.
Before then, quickly, Aghemerio, interestingly, let's thank the man who sent the pin. This is about 13 minutes to 11, I guess. So let me say about 10 minutes to 11, that's about 3 minutes ago that we visited the jam porter. Because of that pin that was given to us, because if you don't have the pin, you cannot. It's a public thing, so there's nothing to say. So at about 3 minutes ago that we were there, I tell you what we saw is MAPOLY, not Ogun Poly. So MAPOLY is what we have on the jam portal, not Ogun Poly. Anybody can confirm that, at least at about 3 minutes ago that we visited the jam site. We cannot access the brochure to check which courses that are there, but at least it's MAPOLY that is on the portal. Thank you. Let's begin to take calls. Hello.
Hello.
Hello, Mr.
Good morning.
Good morning, sir. My name is Adebola. I'm calling from Oaikhenan, Asia. Ogun State is well known as the state of peace, where everybody out, east, southwest are eager to come to witness what is happening here. What I urge the government to do is to first listen to the problem. The government and the state authorities should stand up and fight the authorities to be going on forward so that the peace will continue to reign in Ogun State. God bless Nigeria and God bless Ogun State entirely. Good morning, sir.
All right, thank you. Good morning.
Good morning to you.
Thank you.
I am Mr. Oaikhenan from Kuto. Yesterday's protest by the police students could be linked to the level of youthful exuberance we have in our society. Realizing that most of these youths are adolescent youths. It's even by the way they demonstrated or left in the public. They took an indication that some parents don't adequately supervise the activities of their children. I am saying now that those who really cause the problem, that is the lecturer with ground pension, should go back to work. And if they feel like this, they should go to court. So I don't know the price of what the IAP, the Privatization Panel, has played in the matter, but that's what is studying. Our lecturers should understand the academic content, academic level in the university is quite different from what is happening in the Polytechnic. I know some of these lecturers don't want to go to Ipokia because of this morality. They should have a think. They should have a study. Thank you.
All right, thank you. I'm not sure if this can fall within that, what can be called industrial dispute. I'm not sure. there are many cases to be taken to IEP for now on events from that. I'm not sure it's an industrial dispute. Industrial dispute will be when we are arguing about employment, not employment, payment or not payment. That's not the issue. Well, it's down at the step of the issue right now. All right, hello.
Now let's quickly take this tweet.
Okay,
we have some tweet here. Gafar Fatoyinbo tweeted, the governor in his unrepentant autocratic and attitude that students will pay for damages is very fallacious. Let Mr. Governor address the students' demand and stop treating students as zombies. And this came from Gafar Fatoyinbo still. Wonder how the nation will be liberated for meaningful development if the youth are not allowed to air their voice. It's unfortunate we have got unquestionable leaders at the helms of affairs. And still from Gafar Fatoyinbo, tertiary institutions across the world are a platform for the growth of socio-political consciousness and awareness. Unfortunately, that is not so in Nigeria. Thou should not question has always been the principle. And we have this one from Gafar Fatoyinbo still. The Deputy Commissioner for Police saying he was once the Student Union President at the University of Ibadan is very, all right, I won't be able to take that word. All right, he must have compromised and he's only playing to the gallery. Of course, you don't bite the hand that feeds you. Where you got this from Yemi Da Vinci. The silence of the acting rector of MAPOLY in this is deafening. Also, that of a regular caller from Ashero Estate. Yemi Da Vinci tweeted, Aghemerio DOA means dead on arrival. Well, not the whole world knows it as dead on arrival. Okay, it could have meant anything. Professor Adebola AAA tweeted, what is the position of MAPOLY National Alumni Body, which Governor Musu is a member on the current saga facing the institution and the student? And we got this one from Aghemerio Abdurrahim. Like someone rightly said, conflict is part of society engineering, but managing it is my concern. Mr. Governor seems not to be ready to manage MAPOLY crisis. He's a leader and he must drop his ego because it kills. All right, we got this from Yemi Da Vinci. I would have loved to ask the Education Commissioner to mention the name of just one staff of Ipokia Poly. Honorable Adegun Olayinka tweeted, Governor Mosu meant well, but the lecturers were only trying to sabotage. But then the governor should be smart and not let the students suffer. Honorable Adegun Olayinka tweeted still, Governor Mosu really meant well. Some lecturers aren't qualified to lecture at the new university, hence they are sabotaging the government's effort. But I'll pray that the governor should stay smart so that the students wouldn't suffer. Surakat Ayodo tweeted again, if Mr. Dele got the information that there are structures at Ipokia that will accommodate this year's admission of students on the social media, it should please also go on a fiscal verification that environment is not conducive for academic excellence. He had broken it down again and again. All right. Well, let's move away from there. My case is different. Okay, that's good. This tweet came from a case is different. I'm not a fan of the ruly behavior of MAPOLY students. As a matter of honesty, those arrested after proper verification should be punished accordingly for disturbing public peace. Ajao Damilari tweeted, yesterday's protest was peaceful until the DSA hit 3 students with the Hilux van that the rector was inside. And we got this from man like Awo. Really, then this man doesn't have children in public universities or poly. Okay, we don't know the man you're talking about. This is a government that doesn't understand peace, only violence. That is when they come to numb. Okay, I think we just need to put a hold to the message. We got quite a number of tweets here and of course messages, but we need to pick a couple of calls.
Just one call, you can't take more than one.
One call, all right. Yes. So who is going to be that very person? Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, sir.
Good morning.
My name is Big Daddy, calling from Aghemerio.
All right, let's go, Big Daddy.
Yeah, please, I want people to flash back during the time of Lama Deshino about what happened in Polytechnic. And I've been hearing them say the lecturer should go back. Let them go. Because during the time of Deshino, they damaged his car, one of the convoy's car. Those students pay for it. I know that Amos will not settle this thing when they were outside. If they go back to school, they can solve the problem. And what I was saying,
Okay, that's the last we will take for the telephone. Can we go into the box and see messages?
Alright, sure, we should be able to. Yemi Da Vinci tweeted this. I said it yesterday that the MAPOLY students should neither resort to violence nor allow their legitimate protests be hijacked by touts. Sadly, they didn't heed to the warning. Expected them to pivot their protest to media houses, but they're sleeping on a bicycle. Akorede Camille tweeted, pay for the crisis pay for the crisis the government started. Where will the money come from? This wouldn't have happened if our administration had listened to voices of wisdom. And this came from Samu163. It is unfortunate that our governor allowed this to degenerate to this level. Why is he playing God? We got this one from Shegun. Is it a must that Mr. Governor has a university in his hometown? Alright, Ifeoluwa D. Ojo tweeted, ask anyone who talked about MAPOLY students' misbehavior. That's why will the government wait for student protests before making the move? The first day student protest, the governor sacked Rector Chiola. The next protest, the governor showed NTB accredited document with pictures. And we got this from Oluwatosi. I don't know the kind of I will not be able to take the message. Please, when you're sending your message, you don't have to insult anyone.
It's straightforward. We will not take
it. It is very, your words matter. You need to be very careful when you put your words together. I won't be able to talk because those words were actually insulting. Talking the elders down would not be taken on. Citizens from Rock City. 101.9 FM. We don't have enough time to take all these messages.
All right, of course, we appreciate everybody. We know it's a topical, trending issue. Like I would say, we'll do our best to keep you informed. We'll do our best to keep you educated over the issue. Well, we are interested not in the crisis, but how it is resolved. Dele Ayodo is my name. By the grace of God, we'll be here fresh tomorrow. I say God bless you all. God bless Nigeria and God bless Rock City.